Hi guys. Okay, first of all, welcome you all to our session. I'm Akash, and yeah, I will be your coach throughout the journey of this particular course. So before starting anything, guys, how I like to proceed is I like to talk about first of all today about me. Then I'll talk about that what all things we are going to cover, how we're gonna proceed, what we are building. Then apart from that, then guys, I'll just open a platform for you that you guys can unmute after that, and you can take as many doubt as you have regarding any subject or any topic that you want to ask. Okay, so let's begin. So guys, I'm Akash. I'm basically based out of London, but after the COVID I came back in India. My complete background is in the full stack solution architect. I'm working as a freelancer, and I'm working for a many different companies. I have around 13 plus year of the IT experience, and around guys, if you talk about your 8 plus year of the teaching experience. So providing a training from past 8 years, not only in the full stack, but for almost all the latest trends and technologies. So guys, I have a good knowledge of the Angular, React, and then Vue, and then Backbone, Knockout, Ember, Python, and then machine learning and the cloud, and ultimately many more. Means whatever, as I mentioned, that whatever the market require these days, I have understanding of almost various different subjects in that way. Apart from that, guys, I'm in a top 50 active GitHub users of India. So my ranking is a top 50. Sometimes it goes 40, sometimes it goes 38, sometimes it goes 25, sometimes it goes 50 also. Today my ranking is right now 37. So ultimately, I'm in a top most active GitHub users of India. Guys, I'm actively working on 13 different programming languages, and I'm actively participating in the many other activities on the internet, that is like a competitions and many more. Apart from that, guys, I talk about if you want to know more about me, just type my name on Google, Yahoo, Bing, anywhere you can type my name, and with my name you will come to know about all about me, because the first page is almost all about me. You can get many information from there. So yeah, that's pretty much about me. So guys, now let's start with our next thing. So guys, here ultimately we collected to learn the full stack web development, right? Now in a full stack web development, our target is to learn ultimately your MERN stack. MERN stack is a one that you want to learn, correct? Now just one second. Fine. The MERN stack is a one that you want to learn right now, guys. Now, first of all, let's talk about one thing in terms of, guys, that what is the most popular skill set in a market, right? Because ultimately when you start learning, we should know the worth of that learning. Means the thing which I'm learning, is it really required? Is it really demanding? Okay, let me show one thing, guys. See, first of all, guys, when you talk about the market right now, okay, what is the top trending thing in a market going on? I'm showing you one survey from one website called Stack Overflow. See, if you are a developer, you must be using this website. If you're going to be a developer, you have to use this website. Now, every year, now the guys they do one survey. Okay. So I'm showing you survey of 3 years, guys, 2020, 2021, and 2022. One second. 2020, 2021, and 2022. Now, when we see a survey, we come to know that what exactly is going in the market. See, if we talk about, guys, what is a top trending role in the market, guys, your backend full stack front end was in a top in 2020, correct? Some people say, so data science machine learning is very demanding, this and that. Guys, you know what's the demand of data and machine learning in the whole world in 2020? It was 8%. In 2021, 80,000 developer participated. Now again, what they talk about developer role, guys, the full stack came on a top. Full stack front end back end is on the top, and guys, again, your data science and machine learning is 6%. It was 2020 in 2020 8%, 2021 6%, then 2022 70,000 developer participated. Now what they talk about developer role, guys, again full stack front end back end is on the top, then your data science machine learning is guys only 5%, 8% to 6% to 5%. But on the side, your full stack development remain on the top in each category you go, right? The second thing here is that, guys, ultimately, when we talk about technology, because I talk about technology, when we talk about technology, guys, again, your JavaScript, HTML, CSS is on a top, your Python, 4th number, your Java, 7th number. So, okay, the point is like that. If we talk about development, right now the most demanding, and if something is demanding or trending in a market, then that is ultimately your I'll say JavaScript, because JavaScript is the most required and the trending skill set in the market. So the point is like that, guys, we are also going to learn the JavaScript based ultimately your full stack development. Okay, we're also going to learn the JavaScript based the full stack development. Now, who is a full stack developer? Suppose if I ask you the full stack developer, take example, guys, if I ask you to make one Flipkart, okay, if you guys can make end to end Flipkart, you are a full stack developer. If I ask you to make a one make my trip, if you can make end to end make my trip with every feature of make my trip, you are a full stack developer. And if I ask you to make one Amazon, if you can make end to end Amazon, guys, you are a full stack developer. You know one thing, as full stack developer is a person. Just 1 second. Full stack developer is a person who can develop any application end to end. Now, in like in a cricket team, guys, all rounder who can do batting, bowling, fielding, everything. In a similar way, guys, a full stack developer is a person who can develop any application end to end. Now, guys, when we talk about any application, any means any application. Guys, every application have 4 major sections. Whatever application you use, guys, every application have the 4 major sections. What are those 4 major sections? Front end, back end, database, and server. Front end, back end, database, and server are the 4 major component of any application that you see. Front end, the display part of the application is referred as front end. Back end, the logical part of the application is referred as the back end. Storage, the storage of the application referred as the database. And fourth is server, where the application deploy. From where we take an application live, how you are able to the Flipkart, because you have the URL of Flipkart. So ultimately, guys, every application that you see around have 4 major part. It's front end, back end, database, and server. Now, guys, in each section now, so many skills are available. Like in a front end, we have a HTML, say Angular or React or Vue or Backbone. In a back end, we have a Node and then .NET and a Java and a Ruby or a Erlang or a Python. In a database, is MongoDB, MySQL, Oracle, Couchbase. In a server, AWS or GCP or Heroku. Like so many things are available in each section. Now, point is like that, guys. Ultimately, which one to choose for and why? See, there are no such restrictions, guys. As example, in a front end, I can choose Angular, and then ultimately I can use the Python in the back end and your MySQL in the database. Absolutely perfect. In a front end, I choose React, back end, I choose Node, and a database, I choose Oracle. That's perfect. In a front end, I choose React, back end, I choose Node, and database, I choose MongoDB. That's also perfect. Means there's no restriction that which one to choose, and no such thing like that. Okay, you have to choose this one. No, you can choose any skill set that you want. From each section, guys, you have to pick one technology. Okay, but which one is the best one to go with? Guys, the best one and the most demanding thing in a market is your MERN stack. Why MERN stack? Guys, M stand for MongoDB, it's a database. Express node is the backend, and React is the front end. Guys, now MongoDB, which is database, the best thing is that it is based up of JavaScript. Then ultimately your Express and Node, which is the backend that's based on JavaScript. The React, which is front end, is again based on JavaScript. So it's a MERN stack. In a MERN stack, I'm sure MongoDB, Express Node, and the React. And all the best part is that guys, all of us them are based upon JavaScript. This is the main thing here. The main thing is that guys, everything is based upon JavaScript only. And that's why it's a highly required and the most demanding skill market. It's just like that, man, guys. I have to go for a trip. I have two options: go with the friends or family or the unknown person. But we always prefer to go with friends and family. Why? Because we know about them. We know what they like, what they dislike. So going with them is a better option. Similarly, guys, making an application in a one single skill set is the best option for us. That is why, guys, making application with the JavaScript is the best option to start. Now, ultimately, we understand that, okay, JavaScript is important, MERN stack is good to go, but what all things we are learning in this course? Let's talk about, guys, if I go with the curriculum that is presented to us by the Visualpath, we'll go with that curriculum. But obviously, guys, the things will be little change. I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. First, let's open the curriculum that is given to us by the Visualpath. Now, according to that, guys, we have to learn few things. How? So ultimately, here we have to learn HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, either Angular or either React. So this batch will go for the React. So either Angular or either React. So we'll pick the React because, guys, I don't recommend anyone to learn Angular these days because Angular is losing a popularity in the market right now. If you're planning to learn Angular, I think I must say you are not doing a right choice for a career. See, I teach both. I'm a trainer for Angular also, I'm a trainer for React also. Okay. But ultimately, I don't recommend, if somebody want to start learn something, I don't recommend people to learn ultimately say your Angular. Reason for that is, guys, Angular is slowly going out of market. The demand of Angular is reducing very drastically. If I show one survey, in that survey, what is the demand according to market in Angular, React, and Vue? Guys, right now in the current market, the only 20% demand left for Angular, whereas 78% demand is for the React. Means if you have to choose some skill set, then choose what is demanding. Choose that is required. Choose that is what people want in a market, not the one because you have somebody told you to learn this thing. So point is like that, guys. If you talk about something that you want to learn something, guys, I always recommend people to learn that can grab the job and most wanted. See, React is here and Angular is here. And a huge margin. React 22% demanding, Angular only 10% demanding. So point is like that, guys. The skill that you should go with is the React. Okay. And then Node and MongoDB we're gonna work on. So ultimately, Node, Express, and MongoDB, all things are going to work on. So if I talk about here that how this course is going to be, in this course, guys, we are going to learn the full stack. Now, first question come to mind is, what is a prerequisite to learn this course? There's no single prerequisite to learn this course. Just one second. Now here ultimately, guys, in terms of, now if we talk about, guys, so here the no prerequisite for this course means you don't need to have any prior knowledge. You're absolutely fresher, absolutely fine. There's no prior knowledge required to learn this course. In this course, we're going to start with the HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Now, these are three static things that use for designing. Then JavaScript, which is in terms of a required skill for ultimately learning the further things. So JavaScript most demanding thing is kind of which add the dynamic to your website. And then guys, ultimately your first of all, we're gonna learn the Node.js because ultimately we have to learn the backend. We have to make APIs with the backend. Node, Express, Mongo, they all learn together. Okay. Node, Express, and Mongo, they all learn together. When our backend is ready, we come to front end, that is our React. When our backend is ready, we come to front end, that is our React. So the course will be guys, we start HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, then we learn JavaScript, then we make our APIs with the Node, and then we come to the React. Now, in this course, what exactly we are targeting? What exactly we are going to make? Are we going to construct any application? Yes. They're going to make one full stack application with end-to-end feature. With every single feature will be there in that application. They are going to develop one complete food delivery app. One food delivery app with every single feature that you want. As example, we'll start with the first feature, login. Like any website, what do you do? Login. Now, this website is made again with the guys, all the technology I just mentioned. Now, this website is made with these technologies only. I go to login. I give a wrong email ID. It's a no user found register first. Suppose I give a right email ID there and the wrong password, it will say invalid password. With the right email and right password, it let you log in. When it let you log in, on the top of it, your name start coming. Your option to log out there. Now we choose Maharashtra, we get all the restaurant of Maharashtra. And when you choose here Karnataka, you get all the restaurant only of Karnataka. If I choose your lunch, guys, all the options, searching, sorting, and then ultimately all the restaurant listed here. Suppose choose any restaurant, guys, it come to detail of that restaurant, your proper option to add item to cart. When I proceed there, guys, all the details pre-filled like any real application because ultimately we are developing it. Now, when I click on submit, it go to a real-time payment gateway. Means real-time payment gateway, that is Paytm. And guys, from there, it will come back to your website showing you your payment is successful and you will see all the order details. Suppose I choose here net banking and I choose an Axis Bank. When I click on pay, it come back to my website and show me that all the order is placed, and ultimately now you will see the proper order with every single feature which is working. Now you will see the bank name, user transaction status, you will see every single feature, guys, that have to be there. Now, in other word, if I talk about, guys, it's going to be in the way that you make a complete application that is made up of every single feature that you want, whether it be a payment gateway, whether it be your say booking, whether it be a login, or just like not just login with Google, login with GitHub. We are also going to cover. So in other word, guys, it's going to be in the way you're going to develop this application end to end with every single feature that you think of. Like in any real application, what do login, you place the order, you add the item, you do a payment gateway, you send the ultimately email. So all these features, guys, are going to develop in this particular course. Mean this course is revolved around this application. In this course, we are going to develop this end-to-end application. Now, whether it be a front end of this, whether it be a back end of this, whether it be a database of this, whether it be a login logout API, whether it be a REST APIs, or whether it be a React in which you have components, you have a hooks, you have a routing. So likewise, guys, you have all these things that we have to cover. Means in other word, if I talk about, it's going to be in the way that you're going to develop this end-to-end application from scratch. Scratch means level 0. And then at the end, we will actually deploy this application. Deploy means we'll take this application live. Means at the end of the day, you have one live application with you. Okay. You have one complete live application running with you that you can present to people and give the URL to anyone and they can use your application. Now, this is the one major application, guys, we're talking about that we're going to develop, right? Now, apart from that, guys, small things you're going to develop. See, the course structure should be like in a way, like I am going to develop this Zomato, right? I am going to develop this Zomato, and in this Zomato, I'm going to make all the features. Now, I recommend you guys to develop one application of your choice. Parallelly, during this course, see, this course will take around 2.5 months. Okay, this course will take around 2 to 2.5 months. So during this journey, you have to complete your content. Now, ultimately, the point is like that. So here in this course, guys, I am going to develop this application, right? But what you guys will do, guys, you guys will also develop two major things. Okay, with the HTML and the CSS and the Bootstrap, what you will develop your profile website. What is that profile website means? Guys, like as an example, when I give my introduction, I have not to show my resume or anything to you. I simply open my website and say, okay, this is who I am. What is this, guys? This is called profile website, right? This is basically refer as the profile website. Now, in a similar way, guys, if we talk about when you will come here, your target is going to be same. The very first thing, guys, you will develop will be your profile website, and how to make it live, I will tell you that. And why we require it, guys? We require the profile website because at the end of the day, they have to present to people. So suppose I go in an interview, rather than showing my resume, I will ultimately show the profile website to you and say, okay, this is my profile website, who I am, you can see from here. Now, in a similar fashion, guys, so I recommend every one of you that you guys also have to develop the very first thing, that is a profile website. In the first 2 to 3 weeks after HTML CSS will start getting over, you have to start designing your profile website. And how to take it, how it look like, I'll show some example to you. How to take it live, guys, that also I will talk about that in the class, that you will actually going to make it live, that actually people can start seeing you, and then later on, guys, we improve it. How we improve it? We start adding ultimately your I'll say the projects that you're creating. We're going to add those projects in your website, that you don't even have to tell anyone that what you have done till now. You have proper proof, you have proper thing to show to people, okay, this is who I am, this is what the applications I have made. As example, guys, if I show you that what my people are doing, how the students from previous batch or ongoing batches they do. As example, the very first thing is, guys, they start making their profile website like this. See, okay, they tell that who they are, and they will learn all these things, how to make the map and all those things, right? Then they later on, when they start making applications, they link the project with that. As example, this person is making a Flipkart. See, I am teaching you Zomato, but you will choose one website of your choice. What do you want to make? Somebody making a Zomato. Now, when they're making a Zomato, ultimately you will see in the terms of, see, they are making a Flipkart. Guys, it look like a real time Flipkart made by people just like you, who has never done the coding in life. Now, ultimately, point is like that, guys. Every student, those who are coming here, their task is simple. They have to start working on the application. They have to make their own profile websites, and they have to start making the application of their own choice. Now, you're not okay, you have to make this thing. So you choose one thing, because, guys, in this internship, basically this development program, now you will able to learn everything. Your front end also, back end also, database also, means you will be the kind of person who can develop any application, like this person making a second version of Zomato, as well as your, see, now the level of Zomato is making, right? As well as this person is also developing a Amazon. And guys, I'm not like I have told them something different to do. Only thing is, the see, the most important thing is practice. You should do the practice, you should prepare well, you should follow the instructions, and you should work on it. If you are working on it, if you're doing a practice, guys, you can develop. See, this is an example of one Amazon. I can guarantee you, guys, you cannot, don't think even twice to log in there, because it look like a real-time Amazon. It look like a real-time profile website. It look like a real-time Flipkart. And guys, people develop here because ultimately a full support in that. And on the side, the best thing is that is, guys, you will make this application end to end. End to end means every single feature you will learn, and you will make these applications. As I mentioned, guys, there's no prerequisite for this application. Okay, nothing is required before to start to learn this application. Second thing, we are going to cover everything in such a way that in a fresher who has never done a coding, they can ultimately learn and become perfect. Now, as I mentioned, guys, it's going to be a 1 hour session on daily basis, like 9 to 10, and it takes around 2 to 2.5 months. Okay, we'll distribute our time in such a way that we'll able to wrap everything in the given amount of time. Okay, and will not stretch unnecessarily, but will not skip anything also. So ultimately, it's going to be in the way you will learn everything in a proper detailed manner. And guys, I'll tell you my way of teaching. Then I'll open a platform to take for you guys to take a doubts. Guys, my way of teaching is a little different. So if you're looking for some PPT approach that somebody should have PPT and you are reading from PPT, no. In my case, guys, you're not going to see any single PPT here because I don't teach with the PPTs. Guys, I show an example to you. See, we'll open this folder. You see October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So point is like that, guys. All what this all folders are, guys. This all folders are my batch folder. Every month I take 3 to 4 batches. Okay. Now in each folder there is a other application. Example, I open a May folder. May Node, May Angular, May Node, where you React, right? So every month, guys, I teach these subjects. Now basically what happened when I start teaching these subjects. So guys, it's going to be in the way that you're going to learn each thing step by step. And in my cases, guys, suppose I open this node folder. You see these folders? What are these? Guys, these are the application. Now, in this application, you're going to learn how to make these things up. And I'm going to write every single code in front of you. Guys, in my batches, I don't have any PPT to show you. In my batches, I will write every single code in front of you. I'm going to write a code and I'm going to present a code and I'll make sure that code is working at the end of the day. It's going to be in the way it's a live coding session. And every day, whatever code I will write, I will push that code to Git from where you can access the code. And ultimately, you can download the code and keep the code with you. Recording of a session will be given to you by the Visualpath on daily basis after a class, and the code of each and every session, guys, I'll provide it to you for the lifetime access. For a lifetime, you can access the code, and ultimately from there, the things can be better for you. So it's going to be in the way, guys, you're going to get access to every single thing you want. And on site, guys, you get a code, you get a recording, you will learn it. And I can tell you one thing at the end of this program, I can make a complete full stack developer. But the commitment that is required from you is that you will also do a practice. If you will take it seriously, if you will do a practice, then guys, I can commit you that I can make you a proper developer. I've trained more than around 60, 70,000 people as of now in my career. And touchwood, none of them has came back and said that, okay, sir, I'm not able to get a job, or I'm not able to get an understanding. So point is like that, guys, I'll give my 100%, but I want you to also give 100%, that you also practice and you also work on it. Okay, so cool, guys. Now I should take a pause here, and now I open the platform for you, that you guys go ahead and ask whatever doubt you guys have now, whatever question you have in mind. I recommend everyone to take a doubt and clear your doubts, so that you should be very clear that what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, and you should not feel in terms of, I got cheated at the end of the day. No. So you just raise hand and I'll unmute you, and then you can talk, take your doubts, whatever doubts you have in a mind, or anything that you are expecting. So sometimes what happens, guys, we're expecting something, right? And that is not told by me, but that's also welcome. If somebody expecting something and I'm not told that thing, so you guys are again most welcome to ask me, sir, are you going to cover this, or are you going to cover that, or anything that you have in mind? Please go ahead and start taking your doubts. I'm not sure you have an option to raise hand, guys. Ping me in chat. Do you get the option to raise hand? Idly, no. Okay, fine. Then, guys, I'll do one thing. I'll quickly come to each one of you and then unmute and talk to you very quickly. Abdul, you just have to unmute yourself and guys talk. Abdul.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, Abdul. So, yes, question, please. Any doubt, Abdul, you have in this whole explanation?
One question I have, I know you guys are teaching from India. I live in US. Would I be able to, you mentioned Paytm that you're gonna use for the website, and you're gonna connect we're gonna make the delivery app that is gonna have a real-time payment, I mean, whatever software inside of it. So would I be able to use something that we use here in the
Don't worry
the
about it.
US?
I provide you all the credentials to you, so you'll able to
Okay.
use it.
Okay. And how much time do you expect each of us to spend outside of the class?
Around 1 to 2 hours every day. Means whatever I
That,
teach, you practice. Now, depending on you, some people able to catch up in half an hour, some people require 1 hour. But the point is
that,
like that, whatever I teach you, that have to be completed. And parallelly, the second project that you choose, right? Suppose you think like I want to make Amazon, right? So second
Mhm.
project you choose, the parallel thing should be complete in Amazon. As example, I want to plan a make my trip. So I have to make sure that your make my trip is going with my application I'm teaching. Like we start with designing. Okay. So we start designing our application. Now I design the Zomato. Now by the time my Zomato is completed, your Amazon design should also be completed.
Okay.
Got it?
And
So
one
then you,
last. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, please,
No, go ahead.
please. Well,
Okay.
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, um, do we expect to get a job like when we graduate from this program as a full stack developer, or like?
Obviously, yes. As a full stack developer, you can apply anywhere, and this is the most required and highly demanding thing in the market. So it's very fair chance you get a job very easily there because the highly required skill in the market right now.
Okay. And do you guys help with the resume building and stuff, or no?
That the team will tell you, but sample resume I can give you.
Gotcha. All right. All right. That's all I have for now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have a question too. Do you guys
Wait, who is this? Buddy, I'm coming to each one of you one by one. Else now I'll
oh,
miss the people in that case.
I'm sorry,
Just
I'm
wait.
sorry.
Yeah. Please. Then Arnab. I'm coming to all of you. Don't worry. I'm coming to all of you one by one.
Yeah. Hi. Hello.
So, any question that you have?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So, are you going to cover some UI framework like some material UI and something?
We are covering a bootstrap. It's just a one thing. See, Arnab, remember one thing in our mind. In our world, there are
Yeah.
10,000 things are there. You cannot learn all. You have to learn the understanding of one. We'll cover a bootstrap here, and that will be sufficient for you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. And we are going to cover authentication
Yes,
login
login, log out.
functionalities as well.
Yes. Login, log out with
Yeah.
JWT, we're going to cover. Authentication,
JWT.
authorization.
Okay. 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 All right. Yeah. That's it from my side.
Ishvita.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
My only doubt is uh, when I search for the job profile for full stack developer, I usually see Angular and React with both the level 3
Slash.
50 percentage. Yeah. So if
Correct.
I'm having done with React, then is it easy to even come up with Angular also?
It is. There are around 234 frameworks of the JavaScript in front end, map, apart from Angular and React. If you're able to learn one, you can work on anyone else very easily. It's just like that. You just have to learn the syntax of that,
Okay.
but the concept of all of them are same. They all work on same technology. That's called single page application. Everyone.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
So that was my question. Yeah.
Khan. 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 Any question you have? Okay, not sure. So let's go to Kusum. Kusum. Guys, I don't have a question. Just unmute and say I don't have any question. That's fine for me. So I can move to other person. No question, Kusum? Okay. Then Lavanya.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Lavanya.
Yeah. So during the practice session and we have any doubts, so will there be
You
any
come back,
support from you guys?
you have to come back in a class and ask, ma'am, nobody gives this kind of support anywhere in the world. I'm not
Okay.
teaching a visual path. I'm teaching in around 20 different institutes. Nobody do this thing, ma'am. How anyone can give a support in the night? You get any support, right? Nobody can pick your call and give a support at night. Understand?
Okay.
It's just like
Hmm.
it's live learning, just like that. You are working on it. Tomorrow, come back. You face any problem at the end of the class, you say, Akash, I'm facing this problem. How to solve it? I help you out.
Okay. Fine.
That's how you have to go. Yeah, Mahesh.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, Mahesh.
I want to ask one question. My aim is to do freelancing. Okay. And
Okay.
for someone doing a job, there will be seniors if he faces any problems to solve the questions or to guide. But how will it be in the freelancing? So I have no idea. I mean, I have no experience. That's why I'm asking you. If I get stuck while doing freelancing after doing this course,
No, sir.
uh,
Nobody can help. You
no,
can
I
get
mean,
support.
sorry,
You will not get any support after the course over, sir.
after the course hours. Okay. I mean, is there any
You're
other
asking a
structure?
job support. Sir,
Sorry.
you're asking a job support. That I'm working on a project, I'm earning from there,
Mhm.
I got
Okay.
stuck somewhere, solve the
Yes.
problem. Nobody do that, sir. No one in the world can do that. You have to
Mm.
buy a job support separately. You have to pay for the person separately
Exactly.
who will
That's what I'm asking. Is there any other structure or any other
no,
thing
I
where
don't.
I can get paid support?
Sir, there are a lot of companies are available outside the visual path which provide
Uh-huh.
a job support to you. You can take the
Okay.
help of those people, but the visual path don't do that. I mean, any institute right now will not do this thing, sir, for you,
Mhm.
right?
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Mandeep, Mandeep Singh.
Hello, Akash. Good morning. I have just three questions. The first thing is when the batch is gonna start because we just keep attending
Today
the
only.
demo classes.
I'm not sure. This is my first demo class I've taken from for you guys, but
Okay.
my study already started. I have given introduction today, and tomorrow I'll start the things, buddy.
Okay, thank
Said
you. And the second thing is, I never did a coding before, and as you already mentioned in the course few times as well, but this is for beginners. So, still wanna ask. I'm not doing a self doubt, but is it this is for beginner? Like, do I need to learn something else and before joining this course? And
no,
this is
no prerequisite, buddy, because prerequisites are already covered. If you come for me to learn the React now, then might ask you have a basic understanding of HTML, since JavaScript. But that anyways we are covering beforehand, right?
okay. Thank you. And one more thing, in the batch there should be other people as well, like they have 5 or 10 year experience of coding, and someone like me as well. So how do you handle or together?
For me, it's all equal. I'll teach the same concept to everyone. For me, it's not like that I'll teach something different to them, or they bring me at the end of the batch, at the end of the class. Suppose they're doing something their own related to topic, right? They're asking a question, that's their will, right? But the content will remain same for everyone. Mahesh, Mandeep.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Guys, just to tell you one thing. See, I'm not kind of that person who say, okay, things are fake, and I say, no, come, I'll do this and that. Understand? This is a coding. In a coding world, what is a strategy? The strategy is that, guys, nobody can teach you every single thing in a coding. It's not possible. Why? Because the technology is so evolving every day. Some new things are coming. Nobody can teach you every single thing in a coding. That's the one thing there. How the coding goes, guys, the way of learning a coding is we can give a hand holding with you for a beginning. We can give a finger to you and say, okay, this is how it works. So suppose I'm teaching HTML, I can teach you 15 to 20 tags of HTML. Now HTML can have more 15 tags which are no use to us, but or ultimately still they exist, right? So point is like that. Nobody can come here and just start teaching you HTML and teach you every single tag. Suppose I start teaching you every single each and every tag, and during the course also 2 more tags are introduced, I'm teaching you that as well. Then at least I require a 4 month just to teach just HTML. The point is like that. Nobody can teach you every single thing, and ultimately the point is like that. We can see a concept. As example, you start learning a bike, right? Somebody told you, somebody teaching you the say one Kawasaki Ninja. Now ultimately Tomorrow the BMW bike has came in a market. Now you have to drive that bike. Nobody come to you and tell you, okay, now this is how to drive a BMW bike, right? You already have learned the strategies of riding that bike. Similarly, guys, coding is like that. Why I'm telling you this thing? Don't set a wrong expectation in front of you. Not me, anywhere in the world. I'm telling you, there's no wrong expectation should be set in front of you while learning a coding. The point like that, somebody can teach you ultimately the concepts. Somebody can give a one example of that. Somebody can, when anybody's in as an example, I'm saying I'm going to make a full stack developer and cover all my concept. So that concept will be around 85 to 90%. 85 to 90% things I can cover, but 50%, 15% things still be there in the market, that something is very new or nobody's using it but still exists there, or something very practical scenario that you never come across. But those all things come to you when you do a practice. With those things come to you when you work, and that happened to me also. Tomorrow I'm working on some project, I come to some practical scenario which is the first time in my past 13 years. I have to do a Google and search over that. So set an expectation away. It's a coding where you understand the concept, but then nothing to cram, then nothing to come, somebody will come and ultimately make you in terms of that, every single thing there. Okay, that's how the coding work. Okay, Mustafa.
Hi. Yeah, my question is, are you guys going to give certificates at the end of the course, or there is no any
Sir, I'm
certificate?
not sure, but ultimately just to tell you, Mustafa, if somebody is giving you certificate and in the course of now, sir, that certificate have zero value to you. Just to
Oh,
tell you.
wow. How?
How I'll tell you, because see, unless or until the React itself come, Facebook say, I am certifying you for a React developer, then that certificate have value. But I can open my institute, I can give a certificate. Which company will validate that certificate? But in a world, if anybody giving you certificate for any of these technology, except Mongo have their official certificate which you have to crack the exam for that. If any certificate is given by any company for any of this thing that have a zero value market, nobody count that, because that's anyone can open the institute. I can open my institute, I can open your institute, say Mustafa House of Institute of Technology, and I'll start releasing certificates for people. It's valid. How anyone can validate that? So understand, certificate have a zero value unless only the company who made the application is giving that. So MongoDB certificate is there, which you have to ultimately give exam for that. Apart from that, for any other thing right on the market, no certification course is available. If somebody giving you charging a money for that, you are wasting a money, nothing more than that.
Okay,
Does it make
okay. Yeah, I understand. One quick question. I don't know what's the full stack means. If you can like just briefly explain that to
correct?
me.
Full stack means end-to-end development, because full stack consists of 4 parts: front end, back end, database, and server. Okay, a person who can design any, as example I showed this food delivery app, right? If you can make everything in a food delivery app, whether it be a login of the application, whether it be a order of the application, whether it be a displaying of the application, look and feel of the application, if you can develop end to end every part of that application, you're a full stack developer. Just like in a cricket team, all rounder who can do batting, bowling, fielding, everything. In a similar way, a full stack developed person who is an all-round of coding world and can do everything of application. Means if I ask you tomorrow to make a Flipkart, you can make every feature of Flipkart. It's like that.
And how long this course is going to take?
2 to 2.5 months. Monday to Friday, around 2 to 2.5 months. Means say 60, approximately 60 days.
60 days.
But I'm not counting a time or hours here. I'll just focus on the content. I'll just committed you that I'll make that application with you from end to end. So how much time will you take in front of you? Normally like 2 months, they say 2 months, but generally it take 4 or 5 or 6 extra days to complete the course.
Okay, okay, good. Thank you.
Surya Teja. Surya Teja.
I don't have any questions. As of now, I'm good with everything.
Fine.
The only question, like, when is the batch? Like, what are the timings of the batch? May I know that?
9 to 10. Every day,
Till
Monday
9.
to Friday.
Okay, is it not possible like before that because we live in like
My all slots are booked already, buddy.
Sorry?
Okay, my all slots are already packed. The only slot left with me right now for this month.
Okay. Thanks.
And then Shri Harsha. Last one. Shriyarsha.
No, I don't have any doubts.
Perfect. Cool, guys. I think that's all we are done. Thank you. And now I'll see you tomorrow, same time, for our next topic. And from there, we'll begin our journey. So no need to worry about it. You still have a free demo classes in terms of like coding class only. Means of tomorrow course will start. But for 3 days, I'll give you free of course that course. So just understand my way of teaching. Learn how I'm teach. And if you don't want to join also, still I recommend to join for only next 3 days. Once you understand my way of teaching, then decide they want to continue or not. Okay, perfect. Cool, guys. Then I'll see you now tomorrow same time for our first thing, that how to set up your laptop for the application. And even we start with next thing, that how we start with the basic structure of HTML as well. Ishwita, asking something?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Should I join through the same link tomorrow?
Same link. For next 3 days, same link. After the link will change, and after you paid, you get a new link for that. Okay. Fine. Mandeep Singh.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for the session.
Fine. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow,
Yeah.
same time. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.